everyone, welcome to our class on the Tzimtzum. The Tzimtzum literally translates as the condensation or the constriction, referring to the infinite light of the Creator called the Ein Sof, which eventually desired, as we're going to be speaking about, to become within the finite nature of the universe. And the whole purpose is that God wants to essentially do good to us. He wants a world. He wants the ability to be able to give, and he has a desire. And we're going to be speaking about that in today's class. Before this desire or will that he had, he's completely yachid, he's completely singular, that there's no possibility, we could say, for multiplicity. There's just that essential unity. But at that point of this desire and will, then God becomes essentially metamorphosizes or wishes now to have this nature of oneness. And within that, we have the potentiality for finite. We have this idea of finite, because when we say one, there's two, and there's three, there's multiplicity. Whereas when we say yachid, when we say they're singular, there's just that essence which is there. And this implies that at this point, God wants to be known. God wants to have this unified existence within multiplicity, just like a king wants to be known within the entire kingdom, within the entire country. So within the world of Atzilut, there is that light of the Ein Sof, which comes through it via the kav, via the strand of the infinite light that becomes revealed within it. Now, the first Tsum Tsum really occurs, this is what the Alter Rebbe was saying, occurs from Atzilut to Bria. And from that first constriction, there is what is called the Parsa. There's that infinite light of the Creator, which is within the world of Atzilut, which comes from the word etzlo, by him, close to him. It's infinite in a sense. And in order for there to be a finite world, there needs to now, Bria, Bereshit Bara, there is the creation, there needs to be that Elokim, there needs to be that constriction. Again, there's the constriction even after the Siluk and prior to the Siluk, right? There's the higher Elokim, there's different names of Elokim, pre the Tsum Tsum, and then even after the Tsum Tsum, essentially, within Atzilut to Bria, which is referred to as a curtain or a veil, a parsa. And then from the world of Bria, that has that light of Atzilut within it, from a veil, and just like when you have a veil or you have a curtain, so the light is coming through, but it's not fully coming through because there is that the light is being obscured. And so if you imagine light coming through one room, and there's that veiled light that comes from Atzilut to Bria. Now there's another room which connects from Bria to Yetzira, but there's only a little hole. So from the world of Yetzira to the world of Bria, there's just a little hole in the wall or the door, and you're just getting light, and maybe a lot of light because it's pretty intense, but it's still very, very limited. From Yetzira to Asiya, from formation to action, there is the light that comes from within that room, and it comes through a window into another room. So we have the light of a light of a light of a light, right? That comes from that ultimate or Ein Sof. So the Tzimtzum is this condensation of the light and condensing that light even further, condensing that light even further until it's condensed even further, and then there's that jump that goes into the world into action, into physicality, which is a light which is very much compared to that jumping of the infinite into finite. So then there's that, again, light into finite, and these two aspects of yesh and yesh, something and something, are connected by nothing and nothing, and which brings us right over here to the constriction of ego, which